June 5th, 1967, 7:45 a.m. Israel delivers a stunning opening blow in the Six-Day War.
For years, Palestinians and Israelis have fought over the land known as Israel. In this short video, we hope to clear up why peace between these two peoples has been difficult, even impossible.
The conflict began some 3,000 years ago when the prophet Abraham received a covenant or promise from God that his son would live on the land of Israel as a promised land. The Jewish people took this to mean his Jewish son Isaiah. The Islamic people assumed Israel was meant for Abraham's Muslim son Ishmael. Residing in Israel for hundreds of years also makes Islamic people believe Israel is solely theirs.
Arabs and Jews both tried to have their own free state, but neither was willing to give up land.
Because of the prosecution by the Nazis in World War II, Jews moved to Israel, and Jewish extremists pushed the idea of Zionism. Zionism calls for a free state of the Jewish religion.
Palestinians want Tel Aviv to respect 1967 borders. Yet for those in the refugee camps, the right of return is sacrosanct. No one inside our camp will give up or forget his land. We will pass this on to the next generation. No one has the right to give up this right, not even the president. Abbas also said there would be no third intifada against Israel while he remained leader.
Since Palestinians strongly believe that the land belongs to them, they felt they had the right to return. Israelites did not want to give up their promised land and ruin what they believed was a Jewish state by creating a Jewish minority.
Direct peace talks between Israel and the Palestinians are set to begin on Thursday. But with Hamas noticeably absent, can real peace ever be achieved? Is it time for the other players to recognize Hamas? Or could the talks with the Palestinian Authority simply make Hamas less relevant? This is Inside Story.
Since the holy city known as Jerusalem caused so much conflict between the Jews and the Muslims, peace was difficult to reach. Both sides have religious reasons to want the city.
The close proximities of the two holy sites, the Wailing Wall and the Dome of the Rock, makes it even more challenging for the two religions to get along. Differences in beliefs cause these two to clash often.
Since Palestinians began suicide bombing in order to get the land that they consider to be theirs, it made establishing peace even more of a challenge. Jews wouldn't come to terms until bombing stopped, but the Palestinians wouldn't stop bombing until Jews came to terms.
The Palestinian Liberation Organization came together initially as a terrorist organization, but have reformed to become a governing body. However, terrorist organizations such as Hamas are still in existence. Most Palestinians see suicide bombing as an honor. Sacrificing oneself for the benefit of your beliefs is seen as a great deed.
Israelis are constructing a 20-foot-high wall in order to protect their population from the constant terrorist attacks by the Palestinians. The Palestinians are angered by this plan because they see it as the Israelis' way to lay another inconvenience on the Palestinians' lives.
Although Jews and Arabs have attempted a few times to reach peace, they've all failed. Peace treaties made are eventually broken, and peace talks are halted because of conditions created by either side. There is little hope for these two to ever reach true, permanent peace.
And Alex, Israel said it would stop its attacks for a few hours this morning. Did they keep their word?
That's right, Rob. Israel said it would stop its airstrikes on Gaza while Egypt's prime minister, his name is Hisham Kandil, visited. We expected a truce of around 3 hours, but it's very clear now that that has not happened. We've heard and felt the thuds of Israeli strikes continuing on the Gaza Strip. Just a short while ago, our Gaza producer reported that 2 Palestinians were killed in a strike, 7 were wounded. Their identities right now are unclear. But the condition for this truce was that Palestinian militants would stop firing onto southern Israel, and they did not do that.
Since neither side is willing to give up the land they believe belongs to them and are unwilling to work with one another, negotiations always fail, and the dispute for the land lingers.
What, of course, is clear is that for now, neither Israel nor Hamas and the other militant groups here are backing down.